CJ, I know in some of the videos and stuff we've seen, that it seems like a lot of times your voice is the one that's in a lot of the huddles and a lot of the groups. How much, with your experience in coming in here, did you know that you take on a leadership role, and how um, easy was that for coming in with a group that also has a bunch of veterans too?
That's a really good question. I think I kind of want to be intentional about that. I think it's part of my role, as we would say in our language. My shower is to be a vocal leader that impacts winning. So I definitely just try to focus on just trying to stay consistent in my voice, and it also keeps me engaged as well. So.
South Carolina is still winless, but they've been really competitive in several of their games against ranked teams. Just as you guys have studied them, what is it about them that even though they haven't gotten in the win column, they've given teams run for their money?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the margins all the time, and like a lot of their games have been 1-2 possession games or lost at the buzzer. They're a high level team with elite players, and they stick to who they are. So you don't win every game you go out there. I mean, of course, that's the intent, but I think our focus is, of course, stopping what they have going on, but staying firm in our foundations as well.
When you were looking at coming here, did you know that kind of that 3-point shooter guy coming off offensive situation? Did you know that that was going to kind of be your role then? Is that something that's kind of morphed into through the season?
I think it's a bit of both. Definitely, I mean, I shoot the ball, I would say, at a pretty good rate, pretty high clip. So obviously, I was coming here to make shots. How that was used, obviously, it's up to the coaches how they want to put me in pockets to allow me to make some shots, or just allow me to be out there to be a decoy, allow other guys to get shots. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what I expected in many ways.
Defensive rebounding is something you guys have talked about trying to improve, and it looks like y'all have been able to make some forward momentum. Just from your vantage point, why have you guys been better in that category in recent games?
Like you said, I think we've been paying a lot of attention to it. I think I want to say about five or 6 games ago, we were really bad at defensive rebounding, and we have a report card, a rebounding report card, and a lot of guys were in red, including myself. So I think the coaches did a great job of emphasizing that in practice and showing us numbers too, so we don't think that we're just out here running into each other in practice for no reason. You know, there's a lot of intention behind it. So.
Have those report cards gotten into green lately?
Yeah, it's been a lot of green. I think we were like 93% in defensive rebounding percentage last game, so I think that's pretty high level with the basketball games. So.
Overall, y'all have a better 3-point percentage on the road than you do here at Reed. Is there anything to that? Do you feel like it's shot selection? You feel like it's the atmosphere? What is that?
That's a good stat. I honestly didn't know that. I just think we got a bunch of competitive guys, and those atmospheres just like you get an opportunity to shut the crowd up. I think it's a bit of that, but I don't really know how to answer that. You know.
What have you made of road games in the SEC? In the environment, South Carolina obviously winless, but they're probably kind of hungry to get a win at home.
Yeah. In terms of like the crowd, or just like the intensity of the team that we're playing. Both. Very like high level in terms of like intensity and how fast the game is, as it pertains to the game and the team that we're playing. And it's like we talk about all the time. Everything's a 1-2 possession game, so we have to prepare for those games. So we try to take advantage of every opportunity, every possession that we get, because they all matter at the end of the game. And then the atmosphere is crazy. It's hectic. I've had some of the most hectic experiences in my college career playing in the SEC and some of those away games, just because the crowd is really into it, really into it, which makes it fun as a competitor and as a guy who wants to win games. So,
if I'm not mistaken, I think pretty much for the first time in conference play, South Carolina's a team that's going to run a lot of high usage through the posts.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that y'all have seen in conference play as much. How does that kind of change the way you approach things defensively?
It definitely changes a bit how we're going to adjust our defense to guard some of those actions. Number 30 is one of their go-to guys, so we definitely adjusted some things on how we're going to guard their stuff.